Good day of work. Some good prep for Stanford this week. Red area, third down day. Continue want to make that a focus for us as we work to improve, but ready to go play a good opponent.
What do you think of the punting competition so far this week?
It's been good. It's good for our team. Compete at every position, but continue to evaluate. See what fits best for us on game day.
E.J. Smith's not going to be able to play the rest of the year for them at running back. Phillikins is the backup, and I assume going to replace him. Just your thoughts on how that changes their offense?
Yeah, both good players, right? EJ's a really good player. You hate to see that for a team when they lose a guy. That being said, I think he's had a lot of experience, so it's not like a huge change for them, and this hasn't been something that's really new. He's been out a little bit the last few weeks.
It also could be down a couple of offensive tackles, just obviously preparing for them regardless, but when it gets closer to game time, does that just change some of the finer points you kind of focus on? It could be different guys.
It can change some minute details. It doesn't change. It's not a wholesale change.
How has the offense performed in those red zone opportunities?
They've done good. Today, I think offense won a series, defense won a series down there, so it's kind of gone back and forth. Continue to build off of it and work it in practice.
Did you miss the rain?
Yeah, love it. I'm enjoying it. We talked to the team today about the difference in Rocky 1 and Rocky 3. Right, Rocky 3's training with all the lights. He's got all the extra attention and the details, right? And we all know what happened in Rocky 4. He had to go to Russia to get his mind right? He had to go train in the woods. So we want to train in the elements. We want to do it the long, hard way, right? Drink eggs, right? The whole 9 yards. That's what we want.
I know you're a movie buff. Is there a lot of movie references in your pre-practice stuff like that? Is that a frequent thing? From time to
time, right? This week's really about details. We talked a little bit about the equalizer earlier this week, and focusing on the minute details. So when it fits, it fits.
You see Carson out there today. Is that class conflict now the class is underway?
Yeah, just some. He's actually missed a couple before because of class stuff, but he's good.
Luke did get a couple of opportunities, though.
Yeah, Luke's had some game opportunities too this year, so he's done a good job.
First time in a while that your athletes will have to balance being students and athletes. How have you kind of prepared them for this week, having to take on classes, also training for a big week, playing at home in front of students? What has your advice kind of been to them, just to kind of get through this week to stay focused on the game this weekend?
Keep the main thing, and then we check classes, right? So it's fun to make sure guys are on time and guys are doing what they're supposed to do. It's the reason we all came here, right, is to get that degree. Obviously, you want to be successful on the football field, but it's a big part of being a student athlete is achieving in the classroom.
What impressed you most with Tanner McKee, Stanford's quarterback?
I think he understands their system really well. They do some stuff that requires quarterback reads, right? That's going to be him making decisions based on box count and stuff like that, and he does a good job making decisions there. He's a true pocket passer, and does a good job delivering it.
In general, would you say not predictive of outcome, Dan, by way of pass rush, but that you talked about how the opposing offense previously got the ball perimeter faster, got the ball out fast. This is more of a prototypical, little bit longer time in the pocket style of offense?
It can be, yeah, for sure. I think we have to prepare ourselves for what's been, what's hurt us all season, right? And what I call copycat teams. Teams are going to do the same things that's hurt you earlier. So we can't just live on the thought process of they're only going to do the things they've done on film so far. They could also look at our film and try to attack us in certain ways. But definitely think they will hold the ball at times a little bit longer. It doesn't mean they'll do it the entire game on Saturday.
To that point, this is saying it's that time of year after 3-4 games where people start to pick up tendencies, player performance tendencies, those sorts of things, areas of the field. How confident you guys are on both sides, particularly on offensive, that you're going to have answers for the counters, that if turning to the tight ends a lot in the red zone is so far a characteristic that you'll have an answer for when defenses take that away, and vice versa, you'll have answers.
Yeah, we've kind of built, we self-scout ourselves pretty close throughout the season, so we've kind of built that as the season goes. If we've shown this look out of a certain formation, be able to build off of it, but always have to have answers. It also means like good teams have tendencies, right? If you're a really good team, you have a tendency, right? So we want to be a team that has tendencies at times and able to build off of them and know them.
Have you seen much of their slow mesh stuff? Is that
have we seen it this season?
Just in your career, and kind of what makes it an attractive option for an offense?
It just goes back to what I talked about as far as a box count play. When you start playing split safety defense, 2-eye defense, a lot of times you have to count on one of those players to be in the run fit, right? And when you can run the slow mesh, right, you have to make a decision: is this guy going to show up or not? And then be able to play off of that. So I haven't played against it a lot. It's really similar to the RPO world, right? Just a little bit further down the field.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Appreciate it.